In this video, we'll look at using the Effects section of Groove Machine. This is the Effects section. Now technically stutter is also considered an effect, but we cover it in detail in another video. The main Effects section contains 10 performance-oriented effects. From left to right, these include distortion, a bit crusher for lo-fi effects, a flanger and phaser, a low-pass and high-pass filter, delay called echo, reverb, an auto panner, and a trance effect, which is used for simulated side chaining and pumping effects. Each effect has its own LFO, or timing source, and the LFO can be set to synchronize the effects to the beat or to the bar. And you can also set the wave shape of the LFO to sine wave, triangle, sawtooth, or square. The amount slider controls how dramatically the effect is applied. These fractions are called LFO multipliers, and they're used to determine the interval of the effect's timing. So if you want the echo to repeat in time with the beat and at quarter note intervals, sync the LFO to beat and set the multiplier to 1/4. What really sets the effects unit apart are the options for activating it. Like the rest of Groove Machine, the effects are performance-oriented, which means two things. Each individual part has its own set of 10 effects, and the effects are set up to work on the part level, not the mix level. So for example, if you wanted to fire off a huge snare drum echo, put the snare drum in focus, then after starting playback, click and hold in the XY window, drag the point to the setting you want, and when you release, the effects go back to normal. But just a note, for this to work, I want full feedback, but I want the filter to stay in the middle. So when I'm ready for the effect, I'll click here on the XY pad. Now you can also program the effects on a per-step basis. To do this, put the part you want to work with into focus, then enter Edit Mode. The easiest way to do that is by hitting the Control key on your keyboard. You can see the steps which have data because they're glowing orange. Click on the step you want to edit. Now select the effect that you want to apply and set it how you want it to sound. So let's make the flanger go to full depth on this step. Now click into another step and let's reverse the depth setting. Then exit Edit Mode. And remember that you can apply this same technique to all 10 effects across all of the parts on every step. The XY pad gives you 2 performance controllers for every effect. Now this makes complex effects easy, but if you want to change the X parameter and not the Y, move the target sideways but not up and down. And to adjust the Y parameter, you move it up and down but not side to side. And if you want to turn an effect on and leave it on, use the glue button. And remember that almost every parameter in Groove Machine can be automated by your host DAW for even more creative options. For more great software, visit the ImageLine online shop. And for more great tutorials, visit streamworksaudio.com.